Hey guys. Well, I know this sounds weird, but I have been seeing that. No, that can wait. You have to hear the story first. Can't tell you everything yet. So, it was the end of the summer holidays, and my grandmother left some of my old stuff at my dad's, where I stayed for most of the school year. And I was happy that my little brothers didn't get into it. So I started looking through some of the stuff that was in the bag, and I saw some Star Wars figures, and I remembered that I did owe my friend some of those from an old deal me and him had made a few years back. And there was some other pointless junk that isn't worth anything to me anymore. The necklace. My first necklace that I've had since I was about 8 or 9. I remember that necklace. So I wore it a lot back then. But I lost it somewhere. I guess my grandmother had found it and given it back. So I put it on and it felt different. It wasn't heavier, or lighter I might add, but it's a necklace, so I guess the weight wouldn't have changed that much. So I went on with my day and nothing happened. Pulled the necklace off and threw it on top of my computer desk on the far side of my bedroom, and closed my eyes and went to sleep. Only slightly noticing shadows dancing around near my computer where I left my necklace, and dismissed it as I thought if it was just pretty sleep getting to me. I don't remember much of what I dreamt that night, other than it was about Slenderman. And no, the story doesn't have to do with Slenderman. What stalks me is much, much worse. So the next day, I woke up late. It was the first day of school, and I woke up late, giving me 15 minutes to get ready and run off to school, gulping down a banana or two, and get there in time to say hi to my friends and get into class. I got to school not even realizing that I had put my necklace on that morning, and began to hear whispering in the back of my head. Barely audible whispers, but there nonetheless. Walked around the whole day, and I kept thinking I heard people saying my name, but I was wrong. No one did. Most people would ignore me that day. It was almost as if I was a ghost. I shook my head, bringing myself back from my thoughts. Nope, not there yet, I laughed to myself. I went through most of the day fine, but when I was on my way home, the whispering voices I had heard that morning were coming back, but louder to the point of it being like normal talking, not much like whispering. I could begin to discern what the voices said, but not enough to form sentences. I got home, even though normally when I walk home I'm alone, save for the odd car that drives by. But I'd randomly see a random guy walk by and disappear around a corner. After a while I was scared, and for fear of making myself look like even more of an idiot by turning and watching the men as they passed, I ran home. The voices quiet again, and the strange men gone. I got inside and closed the door tightly, looking very weird, but I was the only one in the dark living room at that time. A few minutes later, my stepmother came downstairs and told me she'd just walk the dog, so I was free to do what I wanted. Went out to my room after grabbing a cup of water, and closed my door and turned on my computer. Opening up Facebook, I saw there was nothing new. So I opened YouTube, another tab, and listened to some creepypasta. After half an hour later, the voices returned. Put my hands over my ears and threw the headphones away, hoping it would stop the noise. But no, they were inside my head. It would do nothing. I cried myself to sleep that night, not bothering to fix my bed. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw a smiling figure. I jolted upright, wiping my tears away, but the smiling thing was gone. I laid back down warily, seeing the smiling figure wave to me as I was about to sleep. I ignored it. I kind of regret that now. I woke up the next morning, and for the next few days I was fine. Yesterday he came back, because I wore the necklace. Yes, I figured it out now, but I have been missing him. I missed his smiling face out of the corner of my eye. I slept with it on last night, and day I woke up and felt weird. Not the normal fear that you get when you read creepypasta on the internet. Just the fear of you're gonna die. You don't know when, but you know it is soon. I went to school and I saw him everywhere. I was scared at first, jumping and falling over, screaming. But after a while I got used to it. I smiled back when I saw him. He followed me all day. Every time I turned and saw him, he was closer and closer until I felt his breath on my neck, making the hair on the back of my neck stand straight. It made my final goodbyes to the few kids I considered my friends, as I knew I'd be leaving them soon. That night I was sitting in my room, in the dark, just like he liked it. My dad was slightly scared at first when he heard my explanation, not really sure what was happening. Who was he? I heard him ask as he walked downstairs a few times. After 5 or 10 that night, I closed my door and locked it, shutting everything off, making one final last goodbye on Facebook, and goodbye to all my friends. My room was pitch black, and I placed the necklace on my desk, face up, and I waited. I lost track of time. 5 minutes turned into half an hour turned into 3 hours. Time slipped by until it seemed like it was 3 in the morning, when the man appeared, tall and thin, and on his face I saw red eyes and bloody teeth, a hole in his throat appearing, and slowly walked to me, not saying anything, only growling softly, moving closer until his face was inches from mine. And now, I'm going to him. I'm leaving for a better place. Just, if you see a necklace with a snake encrusted with ruby eyes, make sure to say hi.